You are now tuned in to Dumb Jock Sportscast.
Big Money D, how's life over there?
Good. How you been?
Pretty good, man. Been kind of busy. I guess the sports have been busy as well.
Oh yeah,
Ronaldo walked out. Chelsea, another boring game. Arsenal let us down today for sure. You know, but still they're first.
I don't think they let us down.
I mean, they had a lead and they blew
I think it
it.
was one of our best games we played.
Oh damn! Here we go. Here we go. I think we've been terrible the last 3-4 games.
I disagree. I think we've been playing the greatest we've played in weeks.
What
the greatest.
Great.
Greatest.
Jesus can't even. What's wrong with that guy? He's stopped scoring.
He's too afraid.
He's too afraid. He's not looking like the signing of the season right now. Everybody's saying.
No. Well, I don't think he ever was going to be the signing of the season. It was always going to be Haaland.
No, but besides him, I think he was like the biggest name. He was like the best signing of the season. Now
yeah, but it's the same for who was it for Man U who scored yesterday, Casemiro, right?
Yeah, Anthony was biggest signing.
Well, the two of them were like everyone's excited when they got them both, and he finally got his first yesterday.
I think it's a misconception when people are like, "Oh, Darwin Núñez played 500 minutes and has 5 goals this year, and Jesus has played every game and only has 5 goals." It's like, well, he does more than just score, you know?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, a striker's job is to score. So, but I don't know.
I mean, like you said, you could always be like Klopp. You hear what he said after they lost yesterday, right?
What did he say?
Oh, he's saying that the Premier, or first it was his injuries. Like I didn't get to play Gata, like he was hurt, right? And then they're like, well, oh my God, get rid of that. That was one of his excuses, and then his other main excuse was that besides not healthy, like having a healthy squad, he's like, we had to play 3 games in 6 days.
Yeah, so did everybody.
That's what when I saw that, I'm like, so did everyone. Everyone played three games in either 6 or 7 days. So what's your point?
I guess Brighton didn't have to, but Brighton did too. Yeah, Brighton did.
I mean,
yeah, they all did it.
But this is it every year. And we even said this year between the Queen's death and World Cup, the schedule was going to be unforgiving at some point.
Yeah, and think about this: when FA Cup and League Cup start.
Well, yeah. Now, like, look at us. Right now, we're in knockout rounds for Europa.
Yeah. How about so that the FA Cup still hasn't started. Imagine when that and the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
like
crazy.
We're gonna have 3 or 4 things going on at once.
Oh, you're gonna have to play all your young guys for the like if Arteta plays any starters during the Carabao Cup, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Now that we're only a 2-point lead now, yeah.
I think in January we need a few players to.
Well, they said they're already talking. They're going back for Yuri again.
Yeah, hopefully. But
I don't want him
pretty
now.
Good. What?
I don't want him.
I like him. I think he's been pretty.
No,
good.
You don't. You said you didn't want him from the get-go.
I have him in my pool. He's good.
Yeah, now he's good because he's on your team.
No, I said I don't mind him. I wouldn't break the bank or anything for the guy, but
no, we still got to go for. We got to still get the guy from the Wolves, Neto.
No, okay.
Neto and Luis are who we need.
Talk about a disappointing team. That one, and how about Aston Villa finally?
See now, like the top spin, like is anyone going to catch up to Arsenal or anything like that? But now that I've been watching more of the bottom half of the table, and be like, okay, which team is actually going to be relegated now? Because now all of them are starting to play, and they all are like, shit, I don't want to get relegated.
What I tell you, I said Leicester's not getting relegated.
I don't know because
back
I don't know if they will. I still think they'll get relegated at the end.
I think you'll see a team like I said Fulham, but you'll probably see Leeds It'd be a shame if Leeds goes down, but I think they have a good chance of going down.
Leeds definitely. I don't think Forest will. I think they're going to do something enough to stay, maybe like one spot ahead.
I think Forest will go down because they signed so many just average guys.
Yeah,
And
nobody.
they wasted a lot of money. Yeah, it's like they could have bought like instead of 12 good okay guys, they could have bought like 4 really good guys and then a couple of okay guys. But
Yeah,
yeah. Hey, how about Steven Gerrard? Finally gone.
finally, it's about time he goes.
How about Klopp? He's hanging on.
Well, that's what I was saying. I'm like, what? You just lost 1-0 to Forest. Like, how are you not fired still?
Yeah, it's crazy. Forest, Aston Villa, and Leicester, they all been winning. Like you said, eh?
You like that's what like I think we talked about this 2 or 3 weeks ago when we did this last. Like, is it they feel he's got this extra large leash because of what he's done? But like even listening to him talk and like they said, they're almost like us. It's like they go down 1-0 and they just don't have the same fight they did in the past. Like where's Salah? Like usually, he was the big player. When's the last time he scored?
A lot of people that are Liverpool fans have been saying that if they fired Klopp, it'd be foolish because the owners didn't support him when he said that he needed midfielders, and they still have the same crappy old midfielders, and they need an improvement in Jordan Henderson.
Okay, but you have to make do with what you do. Like look at us last year. Like Arteta wanted players, and we didn't necessarily get anybody. Like this was the first year, really, like you said, that they said, here you go, here's X amount of money, go and spend it on what you want.
Yeah. I know, but I guess, yeah. But think about this. Who did they? I guess they just sold Mane, Sadio Mane for cheap, really cheap. So
yeah,
that's crazy. I can't believe a guy like that only went for like 30 mil or whatever. It's crazy.
I just don't buy into that it would be a horrible idea. I think we're getting into a point where if Tuchel can get fired, if Gerrard can get fired, like not to say Gerrard's any like in that rank, but if it's a name base we're going with, if anyone can, those two can get fired, why can't he get fired?
I seen a post on Instagram that said Arteta, out of Arteta, Ollie, Gerrard, and somebody else, Arteta still has his job, but Arteta actually, with the same amount of games that they all played or coached, he actually did worse in those same amount of games. So he would have got fired a long time ago. Yeah. So it's crazy. I think sometimes if you have a good manager with a good idea, like Arteta, you give him time and money. You can't just expect him to come in and change everything first 5 games,
Well, it's the same with Lampard, right? Like Lampard was the same way. Like, he had the really good 1 year with Chelsea, and then they gave him 2 months into his second season, start off slow, and they're like, see ya.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, you didn't even give him a chance to prove himself. And look at the same thing with the Tuchel. Like, same thing, bring him in.
Yeah, and they gave Tuchel 250 mil or whatever.
Yeah, but that's the thing, he got you a Champions League title, and you still get rid of him.
It's crazy because they have Graham Potter now, and I mean, the team has changed crazy.
Yes and no. I don't think they're any
undefeated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes and no, but I still don't think they're a threat. Like they're winning games, like you said, undefeated, yes, but they're not impressive. Like they're not. I don't think a threat. We'd be like, oh God, we'll have to play Chelsea soon.
I think it's a weird.
It's still they're still winning like 1-0 or 2-1. Like they're not dominating. They're just playing.
Think about this.
They're playing possession.
Think about this. Next 2 games, I don't know who we play next. I think Nottingham Forest, and then we play. Then we played Chelsea, and then it's World Cup.
Is it really?
Yeah.
We're like
that's crazy.
2-3 weeks away, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Next week, it'll be like Halloween weekend. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? It's already. Yeah. Chelsea.
That's what I was going to say. Well, so that brings me up to what I asked you. Like I'm sure you've seen all the injuries that have been happening, 2-3 weeks. Like you said, World Cup, like I can't remember from Man U who got hurt because he blew out his knee. He's a French guy.
Yeah.
But still, like they were saying for England, like England lost like since we've done this, they've lost like 3 or 4 more players. Like their entire roster is shot.
Yeah.
Like,
Who do you
so
think?
my question is, does that make England a candidate to possibly get knocked out of the World Cup? Like they don't even make it to the knockout stages.
Well, I don't think England are going to do good this year.
But
I
that's what I'm
think they
saying
have
with
a lot of players, but I think they're just
that's what I'm
overrated.
saying. But now you got all these injuries. You're going to probably be scrambling to fill.
Yeah.
So do you think it's not unheard of to see England not even get out of the group stage? Like, do you think
It'd
that their spot is that's a spot
be
there?
hilarious. It's not coming home, baby.
England, or to see like two of the biggest clubs, England and Italy. Like Italy's not even going to have anything. England, if they get knocked out, nothing.
Yeah, England. I don't know. England, realistically, in 2018, they had like one of the teams to beat, and they were all like 18 years old
Yeah,
and young players. 4 years later, they have the exact same team, but they should have a better team than 2018. But so far, it seems like they're gonna buckle.
yeah, but that's
Seems like
but that's what happened. They're following what like France has done and
Yo,
Italy's done, and who's the other one? Germany. Remember when Germany won, right?
yeah,
Like
I
with
think your
Oxil
I think the
and
background at your place is too loud. We can only hear like some girl talking or something.
hang on.
It's whoever's watching TV there or something. It's like, yeah. He had to go to, the bang bang spot. Yeah, it just sounds we just hear a TV show or something playing.
Hang on.
I'm sorry. She said she got up, which would constitute being.
And then she clarified what it meant by getting up, and it might mean something different to you than it does to her. But we need to keep
It's like a
going.
trial, eh?
Right.
Let's publish it.
Dude. But yeah, I don't know. This season has been crazy. Actually, it's been like I don't know. Like all the teams that you expect to do good aren't doing really that great. Especially this week. This week has been, I don't know. Like all the games this week were weird, like kind of boring. Like there's no really like. I guess City dominated still, but I don't know. Before today, Arsenal were the hottest team. Now they tied. Now they might not be the hottest team anymore because, I mean, they still got a point, but it felt like a big time loss to me as a fan. You said they played great.
Well, I only say it because anytime I say they play bad or whatever, you're like, what game are you watching? What are you doing? What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, this is the game that you have to say they played. They played good first half, and then they just changed completely.
Hang on, give me one more. Give me one more second. Hang on.
All right. No more lawyers. Oh damn! Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. The EPL has been crazy, and for the fantasy pool.
Yeah, you're here. Okay, I'm back.
He's back.
Yeah, like as far as the game actually goes, yeah, we should have easily won that game against Southampton. We should have lost, drawed 1-1. Like even after being up 1-1 or 1-0, that should have been good enough.
Should have been good enough, but it's like every time Arsenal score, it's like they sit back and play defense after. It's like you scored the first 10 minutes. That's not. You don't sit back and play defense in the first 10 minutes. Like, come on, man. How about the big thing? How about Ronaldo walking out again? Just give the guy what he wants and get him off the team. Get Ronaldo out. Why? I don't get why they can't do that.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There. There we
you
go.
go. Yeah.
Gotta get the
The
go stand
POV.
on my roof if I have to.
This guy's gonna go sit on his roof.
All right.
How's the weather? Brisk?
We
Nice.
we're getting there. We're starting to get into fall. I mean, today was like 19, 20. Yeah, 19, 20. Oh, there we go. 19 to 20 today.
Yeah, you're
But
freezing.
I
There,
mean,
man.
we're getting into
Yeah.
top fall. There's some days where it's like, oh my god, like it's like minus 3 or 4 or 5. But you know it's coming. Like we're gonna get
Yeah.
an early winter.
The distractions are crazy today. No,
I know, eh? Like Jesus. But no, like as far as the game goes,
Yeah.
Southampton, like no, like you said, it was almost like we went back to the old way, like last season, right?
Yeah, that's how it
Like
felt.
we either sat on the lead and hope to God we were good enough to hold on to a 1-0 lead. Like I just didn't see us really attack today.
Yeah, I felt it was exactly like you said. It was like last year. It was
Like we
just
thought that
wow,
was good
here we go.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
like
oh, here we go. These guys are okay with being first. They're like, oh, we don't have to try anymore, kind of.
well, that I think there's a viewing that Man City's lost 2 games. We had a little bit of a cushion, but we kind of blew that now.
Yeah. Now we have to
Like
win, basically.
now we have to win out for a bit now. I mean,
Cool. Like, look at 28 to 26 points here. 23. Tottenham has 1 game more, and they lost today against Newcastle. How about
yeah,
Newcastle? Top
surprisingly.
4.
Yeah, I'd say that's a bit of a surprise, but I mean, look at how they've been playing. Well, 4 wins in a draw.
I actually hope they finish top 4. That'd be kind of good.
You want
I
to keep
wouldn't be
Chelsea
bad.
out?
Yeah, keep all the big clubs out, like Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, Tottenham. Imagine if Brighton, like told you, Brighton would drop right off, and they're gonna start
Yeah,
declining. Yeah, that was
yep.
obvious to me.
But even
Bournemouth,
but Everton's climbed up, right? Like we were talking about them
yeah.
being relegated, now they're all the way in 11th. Like
Look
they're
at
not
this,
going to get
the sleepers,
so
baby. There we
the
go.
sleepers. So
The
what?
sleepers. They're gonna finish 7th.
So
Maybe
Leeds, Wolf, and Forest are who the bottom 3 are.
Yeah, I think that's about how it could finish. But
I can see Wolves and the Leeds for sure, but I think Forest is going to battle with probably.
oh, dude, you have so much faith in Forest, huh?
I see it. I see them doing something.
Not me. I can see these guys all finishing outside if they keep playing, but I can also see this team and this team. They're not doing too good either. These 2 teams, but
No.
Villa, West Ham, and City, I think they'll smarten up and start playing a little bit better.
Like, I mean, you don't need. I mean, it's still. I don't know. It's early.
Yeah, it's early. It's hard to say. That's why, 11 games played, there's still what 30. 20 something left. So
Yeah.
what? How many games is there? 35, right?
35. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's still 24 games left. So that's still a lot of games. It's especially Arsenal. Arsenal needs to keep winning, man, and City needs to lose 1 more for us to feel comfortable. But you couldn't get it. Remember, I said
That's what I'm saying.
all those
left.
games. I said Southampton, Nottingham Forest, and Chelsea all must wins now.
Yeah, but that's
yeah.
That's what I'm saying is like with Man City, like you said, we really need 1 more loss from them.
Yeah,
to get comfortable. But even then, like you said, we need to capitalize. Or like if they're playing, say, someone like Man U or somebody like that, like one, where it benefits us, whether they lose or the other team loses, and then we have someone like Southampton or Forest or Everton. We need to capitalize on those games and keep that cushion. Like we can't be like going into the like I said, like this is
game and tying.
But this is what cost us of top 4 last year, right? Like you said, we needed 1 point, and we're like, oh, we got 3 games where we just need to clinch 1 point, and we couldn't do it.
So I got a question for you: if Arsenal finish 5th place, what happens?
Arquette is fired.
Fired 100%. It has to
100.
be. Even though
He
being
can't
first right
collapse
now,
now.
even being first place exceeded everybody's expectations.
Yeah, no, you
'cause they
still
all
fire
had-
him.
Yeah, you can't just blow it again.
No,
know?
you can't. You can't,
No.
especially in first place. Like if we were kind of hovering and he got us into second, third, or even if we were
Yeah.
on bouncing between 4th and 5th, maybe another chance. But
Yeah.
the way we played, like look at we're 9-1-1.
No,
You
well,
can't
it's like
collapse
this.
that.
It's like, especially if in January they get players reinforcements. If you get reinforcements in January, and you still
Ronaldo.
get knocked out, I would take. I don't care what anybody says. I would take Ronaldo as a backup to even a starter. I don't care. I'd fit him in there somewhere. I don't care. Let him sell shirts. Autographs. Who cares?
But you'd take him, eh?
Yeah, I'd take him 100%. You got to. I think what Manchester United are doing to his legacy, it's just crazy. It's crazy to me. It's like, he's not playing good because you're not giving him a chance, a string of games to play, and you're giving him 5 minutes here to start here, and it's like, come on, man.
Okay, so
He's
that
38.
being said, okay, but that being said, like I sent you the clip this morning, like with the meeting
Neville.
with, or the clip with Jay Neville and all that, and he was
Roy
like,
Keane.
you know how they were talking and they were Keane, and how they were all getting worked up about the whole Ronaldo thing. So do you? Okay, so I'm gonna say, where are you on the fence of what Ronaldo did? Like, do you see? Like, do you think it's it was
I see it like
uncalled
this.
for what he did, or do you totally see where he's coming from?
I see it like this: embarrassing a guy that is
Like,
a
for
legend
me-
at the club and a legend in the game. It's crazy to me, and I think, okay, yeah, for sure, fine him, and give him a punishment. For
But is it
walking
really
out of the team.
embarrassing him by asking him to?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, he didn't even get to play against Tottenham. Like they brought on somebody else, and they made him warm. Like, the coach made him warm up on the sideline as if he was coming on. Like, that's what you do to young
Yeah,
people.
but when they say we're going to sub
That's
you on
crazy.
for 5 minutes, like sub you on for the last 5 minutes or whatever, and he's like, "No, I'm not going on." What message does that send to your younger players?
This club has literally killed me. I'm a walk-in corpse now, full on drug addict and alcohol.
Wow.
Which club are you talking about, Vernon Bentley?
Probably. I'm gonna say Man U.
Yeah,
Right.
I hope he's a Tottenham fan. I can see a Tottenham fan. They've never won, and they
Yeah,
still
right.
think they're a big club. But
Like-
Manchester United fan. I mean, let's look at their games here. Look at 2 ties, 2 wins, and a loss.
And a loss,
It's not.
yeah.
It's not.
It's not
so
horrible,
bad. No,
but it's
look at even Chelsea. Like, they played boring football.
yeah.
crap,
Last 2 games are draws,
and yeah, and they've done all right still. But
it's
you
not.
look at-
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. You look at us: win, 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 draw, or Man
and
City:
then-
win, 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 loss. See, he's told you, United.
Yep, United. Yeah, man. Vernon Bentley, man. Yeah, United is putting you guys through the gears right now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like for Ronaldo, like he's like I was reading this article last week, and they worded it perfectly. They said that Ronaldo is killing the team that he was brought on to save.
Not me.
And I
think the
totally agree with that.
I think the coach Ten Hag.
But
isn't
Ten Hag
the
wants
guy.
to keep him. He said we're not going to
He
move him
doesn't.
in January.
He never plays him. How could you?
But
keep
he doesn't
him?
want to let him go. He doesn't want to
He
transfer
made
him.
warm up against Tottenham, and then
Right.
put somebody else on. That's
Right,
crazy.
and I get
That's
that. Like
crazy.
I see your point on the disrespect on that. I get it. I totally agree. But
And not only that, he comes out publicly and throws little jabs at Ronaldo. It's like, because at the beginning of the season, Ronaldo didn't show up for a training, so now
yeah, he
Ten
was
Hag
late or
has
whatever.
the
Yeah,
balls.
and he's been. But like they said, he's been suspended before, and we're always just I'm
No,
only
I
saying.
don't. I don't think you should
I'm
ever
seeing
treat a
the-
legend like that.
No, okay. So are we having the same discussion if say it happened to Messi?
Yeah, this guy said he doesn't fit in the team. Then let him go like he wanted to. That's it. Terminate his contract. Done. Finito.
He doesn't
No?
fit in the team. He's a hindrance. He's just a goal poacher now with a huge name. Well, yeah, exactly. That's the
He's
thing.
not
So
just a goal poacher. That's
no, but
crazy. That's crazy. You're gonna agree that he's just a goal poacher.
I'm on the fence about it because I know where you're coming from. I'm
Football
not gonna 100% say he's just stands in. He's not a Harry Kane. Put it that way. He's not Harry Kane.
This is what I would do. I would let him. If you guys feel that strong about him, and Ten Hag obviously doesn't want to play him.
He doesn't want to play him, but he doesn't want to let him go and go somewhere else and win.
Let him? Hold on. Why wouldn't he let him go at the beginning when he said, "I don't want to be here"? It's that
because
simple.
It's
not.
your role.
It's that simple. You let him go.
No.
And now look at No. What do you mean no? You just said that he's the problem. So that's Ten Hag's fault now, because he let him stay there, and now he made a bigger problem than he could have fixed at the beginning.
Like I said, this article I was reading said, and now he's become the prima donna that's been always cast with his name. He's a donna. If I don't get the ball, I'm going to act out, and that's what he's doing. Then what is it? Because you don't want to be there?
He held him to make him stay on the team, and when he wanted to leave, he could have ended it at the beginning. So this is on Ten Hag for keeping him.
Is it all on him, though? Is it all on Ten Hag?
Yeah, it is. He's the one who kept him against everything. Everybody could see it at the beginning. Don't keep him on the team. Now he keeps him on the team. Now we got this mess. It's just like, let him go and don't ruin his career. Yeah.
You're not going to ruin his career. He's, like you said, he's 38. It's not like he's going to go out and put 50 goals in.
It's crazy, man.
That's like,
if you don't think that's disrespect, it's like, come on, man. Go on. This guy. Who is this guy?
Okay, you say disrespect, but what about the disrespect to your team that you walk off and you're changing already on your bus waiting for them and the game's not even over?
Or how about the disrespect where he goes to under 21s and he's playing for the under 21 team right now and training with them?
Would you not want to? Would you not find that's a great experience for those under 21-year-olds?
That's exactly my point. He's being a professional.
Yeah.
And the other guy, Ten Hag, has something against him, but it doesn't look like that because he's the boss and he can say who plays or not. I don't know how you don't see that. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
I just find it like what he did, like in that game, refusing to come on, like telling Ten Hag, "No, I'm not going on." It's a slap in the face to the franchise.
He didn't refuse to come on.
He did. He's like, "I'm not going on." He's like, "I'm not going on."
No, he warmed up to go on, and then they put somebody else on, and he walked out.
Because he wouldn't come on. He's like, no.
He walked out.
He warmed up and they wanted him on and he's like, no, I'm not going on for 5 minutes or 6 minutes.
No, that's not what happened.
It is. Were you there at the game?
Yeah.
Were you?
I was in Europe where it was played.
Yeah, you were in Europe, but were you at the actual game? Just because I'm on the continent, I was at the game. Does not count.
He's like a spoiled brat. I don't know if you're a United fan then.
Nobody in the UK cares about Celebrity Cristiano as a plague of disgrace. He's a spoiled brat.
It's like this. I don't think you're a United fan then. Like, what do you mean? Like,
well, as far as him being spoiled, I don't think he's spoiled. He's like
if
I said,
he was spoiled,
no,
he
that's
would
what
have been on the fucking field.
No, but I'm saying if he was spoiled, I don't think spoiled is a thing. I think he's just a prima donna. Where if he doesn't get the ball, or if it's not me, I can see that. That's young Ronaldo. I don't think that's Ronaldo.
He should have did was just said was who cares about the nostalgia and going back to United, to the club that made him? Screw that club. They're in turmoil. He went to a hurricane expecting a sunny day. But he should have went just to Liverpool or Man City when he had the chance, or Chelsea at the beginning, and said, screw you to Manchester United.
That's been Ronaldo at any club, though.
No, what?
Vernon, he's like, he thinks he's bigger than the club. And I'm saying that's been Ronaldo at any club.
Well, I think you guys got it confused. I think every club treats a player like they're bigger than them. And how many times has a club shit on a player? And then everybody's like, oh, nobody cares. It's when a player's doing good, he's the man. But when he's doing bad, it's like, oh, fuck that guy. You know, it's crazy to think about that. The club's bigger. Well, this guy has 6 years, so he has to look out for the best for him. I don't know. It's crazy. Nobody ever has the player side. They have Manchester United where they treat every player. You know how many players have went to United and have failed there?
Tons.
You think it's Ronaldo's fault? How about every other player that goes there? Mkhitaryan, the list goes on. Sanchez, the list goes on. It's the club, obviously. Something's wrong with that club.
Greenwood?
Greenwood. Yeah.
Or
club is
even
bigger.
Pogba. Look at him last season.
See,
And
this is what I
Pogba-
mean. The club is bigger than any player. They are servants. Okay, that may be true. The club will outlive them, but still, that's a terrible way to
It's
think. You should.
it's a double-ended or double-blade sword or whatever it is, right? Like I see it from both
They
things. It's
should be honored to play for United.
replaceable servers. They should be honored to play for
No,
United.
the club should be honored that they could make money off Ronaldo's jersey sales.
I think
That's the truth.
as far as basically like what he's saying is basically no one's bigger.
Okay, how
than
about this? We take
What?
all the players off United from their history. George Best, Cantona, Beckham. What are we left with? A club that would get relegated down. So you're telling me that the players don't matter to a club? Come on, son. Come on. Without those players, the club would be absolutely nothing. They'd be a Sunday League beer team if they didn't have the players. And you can't even argue that. Like,
If you didn't have like at least one or two big names or talented players,
it doesn't even matter. Look at Millwall. They were like one of the biggest clubs. Now look at them. The players matter. The players absolutely matter. And you should be treating them better. So more players want to go there, better players in the future.
okay, but you don't think any of that has to do with ownership too?
No, but I'm saying this guy just said that the players don't matter.
No,
players and
absolutely
the
do.
club.
They still, you should I agree with you on the aspect that you should give them the respect. What do you say?
Cristiano isn't even the real Ronaldo. Player quality means something, not the name on the shirt says. Player quality. I don't know if you know Cristiano Ronaldo, but he scored 700 goals in a Man United shirt. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't think this guy's a United fan. I think he's trolling a little bit here.
He's a Tottenham fan.
Yeah, he must be a Tottenham fan. I don't know about this. He's like, no, actually, I'm a City fan. I'm from Manchester City.
Okay, so he just said names don't matter. Okay, so how many people who are an EPL fan, like let's say you're just strictly EPL, how many of you would have known Haaland before he went on this pace that he's on right now?
Especially City fans.
That's what I mean.
There isn't any.
This is the same as
He's a goal poacher.
oh my god. I take it people like even like us, like when we lost Van Persie. I guess Van Persie is a goal scorer or a goal poacher too.
Yeah. Thierry Henry was a goal poacher. There's more to football than scoring. There's really not, though. At the end of the day, you remember the win.
Okay, but
how do you get the
selfish
how do you get
goals.
the wins?
But when he's talking about selfish goals, why do you think they have a stat called assists? Because you get assists for helping out on a goal. There's no selfish goals unless you're running down the field, 100 yards or 200 yards and scoring. That's a selfish goal.
And
but if you're playing in the box and heading it in,
whoa, hold on. Selfish goals is what makes the difference sometimes. If you don't have that killer instinct to have that selfish goal, if you're like an Odegaard and pass too much when you should be shooting at the net when you have an open shot and an open goal, that's terrible.
But not only that, but again, like let's look at the United goal. Like he's a United fan. He says like the Casemiro goal. Do you call that selfish because he got a header? Obviously, he was pushing around in the box.
Yeah,
is that selfish?
It's
a team sport. Other
players in teams suffer because the game is not evolved around it.
No, soccer or football, soccer, whatever. No, it's not 100% a team sport because you always do have that 1, 2, 3 players that make your team, and that's it. The rest is depth.
For instance, if you have a goalie is basically by himself. You know what I mean? A goalie is the guy by himself. It's all on him when he misses a play. He's the only guy that could screw up once and the whole game's done. Every other player has chances to screw up.
He would do better, get more goals without him.
I mean that. Not true. I don't know
whatever, not we.
Oh, whatever, not true.
Joe's just sitting there going, we.
Yeah, well, he doesn't put the slash. We not true. We not true, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Speaking East Hamilton.
Yeah. We not true, man. It's a team sport. No, man.
It's not though.
A striker needs to be selfish to be a great. Look at Thierry Henry. He's one of the best because he had that killer instinct and he was selfish. He would rather score than pass every single time. That's what makes you the best. That's it. As a striker.
And that's the thing. I think just because you have 11, 12 players on your pitch or, on your team at the time, like add on the subs, obviously. But, with that, like, no, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a team sport. Like you said, you have to have this to a degree, one player, two players who have that selfish instinct of I get the ball and I'm going to be the one who puts this ahead or tie it up or whatever. You start passing, like you said, like Orgard. If that's probably between him and Zeus. That's the issue. They're passing. They're trying to be too fancy, and they're not scoring.
Yeah, like you got to have a guy that, like, if your selfish player isn't smart, like let's say you have no angle and you still go for the shot when you have a guy open, like that's being stupid about it. But
but everyone's going to do that one thing.
Yeah.
They're selfish, like you said, stupid, selfish, and then it's just selfish. But you know what? I'd rather us get 30 shots and let's say even a third of those be on target and hope to God something goes on than we try for 5 shots and hope that every single one of those are on target. Because you know what? It's going to take one bad bounce, one bad handle, and you've got a goal.
It's crazy to think that somebody actually believes that one person can't change a team in any sport. Like if you look at like Manchester City, for instance, if you take away Holland, are they that good anymore?
Nope. You have De Bruyne, that's it. Where's De Bruyne been?
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so now, Manchester City, now we're not talking about team sport because they're doing good. It's like, no, man. Sometimes one player changes the whole team. That's just the way it is sometimes. I don't know. Yeah. Look at Jesus. He comes to Arsenal. Sure, he's not scoring as much, but he's changed the whole atmosphere in the team.
No, you know who is scoring though? Granite.
Hey, what happened to your boy Nketiah?
Nketiah. He's not mine anymore.
Yeah, you disowned him, huh?
Yeah, I got rid of him.
No, but how about Granit Xhaka? Guy's a beast.
He doesn't want to be moved. Like they're saying, maybe at the January window, move him, but he does not want to leave. He's having fun.
I think Arteta loves the guy.
Yeah, I think like you said, putting him in the captain role, he wasn't ready for it, and it was too much. And he just, he was wrong. But now he's fine. I don't think he's captain based. He's like great to be an assistant captain, right? Like just to rally everyone, but he's not the one to be wearing a C and be like, I'm the face of this team. I think
Granit Xhaka I think he just wants to win now instead of
being like me or score. Yeah. Like I don't even know when was the last time he even got a card. I don't. It's been a few games. Like he's actually watching what he's doing
and everything. Even Thierry Henry, I watch his CBS Sports or whatever that he's on with Micah Richards and stuff. And he said he was Granit Xhaka. He's like, this is not my Arsenal if Granit Xhaka is the captain. That's what he said before.
Yeah.
Now he's like, man, this guy's good now. He's like, this guy, you can't even argue. He's like, he's the silent captain. It's true.
And it is. And that's the thing. Like, that's what he was, like I said, like with us being up 1-0, like he's the one who's going, all right, we got to keep pushing, keep attacking. We can't sit back. I mean, obviously it didn't work today, but it wasn't like full on blow up, self-destruct, and we end up losing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. It's funny that Vernon, he was like, this club it made me a corpse and I'm a drug addict and alcoholic.
You missed my point. No, we didn't miss the point.
No. And it's like, and then he goes and craps on Ronaldo. You can't blame one. You just said that, like, whatever. You can't blame one guy for a team sport. Like, you just said it's a team sport. There's more than a team. But you're blaming one guy for the downfall right now. So, what?
It's like I said.
Not a team sport?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy.
That's like saying, that's like saying you shouldn't have fired Gerrard because it's a team sport. All of them should be held accountable. Okay, well, I don't see anything happening to any of those players that just said, F it, I'm done playing for them.
And what happened today? They came back and win. They won 3-0 or something, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. We enjoy you, Vernon Bentley. Thanks for coming on and chatting. We love talking to people. That was fun. We don't mean any harm or to hurt your feelings or anything.
Right. Don't get crying.
Yeah. It's just whatever. You can toss it back at us. We'll toss it back
Absolutely.
at you. Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of like Fink always said, London's blue. I mean, everyone goes on London's red. It's a wrong red this year.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
How about how about Tottenham? They're losing.
Well, it's because Harry Kane's not scoring now.
He scored one today.
Did he get one?
Yeah,
Did he?
he scored one.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't pay too much attention to that game today. I was waiting to see us pull it out.
Think of Almiron.
Let me guess, another tap in or
Yeah,
PK.
Almiron got a goal, and it's funny because since Grealish said that bench De Bruyne, the video came out where he's like put De Bruyne on the bench because he's playing like Almiron. Almiron has been killing it, and he's been like on fire, like literally on fire. And Grealish has barely got like a minute playing time, so it's like it's crazy, man. It's crazy when it's like when people talk too soon, it bites them in the ass, right? You know, it's crazy.
Yeah. And that's the thing is stuff like that, like you said, and it's sometimes what you need to light that fire again, right? Like,
yeah, it's
be like, I'm coming on now. I'm not gonna have, you know, if I sat out half the season or 4 or 5 games, I'm not gonna have that happen again. Like, I'm gonna show, you know, I have a place on this team somewhere.
What do you think about the season so far? It's been crazy.
It's been entertaining. I know we were saying at the beginning it was kind of, we had our excitement with, like, you know, Man U having the slow start, and then we got off to the hot start. It's kind of quieted down. Like, now it's starting, you know, who's going to win, who's going to lose each week now. Like you said, now we're going into November, so we're finding out who's going to contend, who's really not going to contend. Like you said, like Brighton's dropping. You know, Newcastle, I agree with you. You know, I could see them finishing, you know, top 5, easily top 6.
It'd be nice to see
if they finish top 4. Like, then that would probably be one. Us and them would be the biggest surprises. I think the biggest surprise, if Man City does not win the title, I think that's going to be your surprise of the season, that they didn't win it, especially after signing.
It's literally if Man City doesn't win, literally anybody else that wins is a surprise.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, Helan's got what, 15, 16, something like that now?
17 goals, I think.
17 now? Yeah, so like that,
crazy.
Right? Like, so, like, that's what I mean. You got a guy who's doing that right now. Like, he's scoring more, over a goal a game right now, pace. And if you don't win the league, then, there's an issue.
Yeah, it's great. It's actually.
And how many games has he had? He's had a hat trick in it. It's a 2, I think. Two or 3.
Yeah, 2, and that's crazy. Man.
So, I mean, almost every game.
Remember when I was like this to Arsenal? I was like, please just spend everything you got on Haaland. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Well, you thought we were going to grab him because he's buddies with Odegaard.
Yeah, and he said, and he just laughed. And I didn't know Haaland. I forgot Haaland's dad played on Manchester City, so that's why he wanted to go there.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know, he'll go where the roots are or whatever. I mean, I think that's why if we get a Ronaldo, it might, like, if we get, let's just say we sign Ronaldo, I think that kind of maybe pushes us in the favor of, like, let's just say Yuri, he'll want to come join, or Luis or Neto. They're like, oh, I can play with Ronaldo and Odegaard and Jesus, or Marquinhos and Xhaka and all that.
I think we'll get Yuri. I still think
I don't want him though.
Tielemans. You don't want
him. I don't want him. I still told you, if I want him, if I want any player right now, it's Pedro Neto.
Damn. Neto.
I think he'd be more beneficial to our team than getting Yuri Tielemans. Neto?
Isn't that guy? Yeah.
He's hurt right now, but I think he's close to coming back. Like, I think after the World Cup, he'll be back. It's not like I won't play until March or something. No. I don't want a single Chelsea player.
No, how about his injury, though, is what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
He's out. Uh-oh.
He's going to be out. My bigger thing is, what about the switch in net going from Mendy to Kepa?
That's huge. It's actually crazy, isn't it?
Like, I was watching the Chelsea game. I'm like, when did Kepa get the start? And then I saw he had started the game before too. I'm like, oh shit! And they're playing better with him.
Damn,
so does Mendy ever return in net for them, or is he now a backup?
I remember. You know what's funny? That you were always saying that Mendy's not good.
Right? See, and he gets pulled. See,
He
maybe
gets
maybe
buzzed.
they're watching our podcast. There you go. They're like,
Yeah.
he's gone to something. He's not good.
But how good does Kepa look, though? Kepa looks pretty good.
Well, besides losing that game today or drawing that game yesterday, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a header. It happens. Like it's hard to tell, but it was like inches of inches, right?
That's like another game that Chelsea kind of blew to a tie and they could have won.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, that's Chelsea. Like that's what I mean. They're good. They're getting better, but they're not. They're still lacking something, even with Aubameyang there.
Yeah, like how about
Like
Liverpool?
where is he? Like where's
How about-
like Fink was
Yeah,
so up in arms. Like we got Aubameyang and we got this guy and we got that guy. Okay, but you're still
Koulibaly.
yeah, Koulibaly. Like you're
Who's
still
the other guy they got?
oh Koulibaly,
Oh,
Aubameyang,
Sterling.
and Sterling. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. So 3 big signings there, name wise at
What's
least.
Sterling doing now?
Nothing. He's had maybe a
Nothing.
goal, 2 goals.
Yeah.
But
I
that's the
remember
thing.
I told everybody Sterling would be the biggest bust because he's not good.
And everyone is
There
like,
he
no, you know what are you
Yeah,
talking
the-
about?
Yeah, he's so good. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, if you watch any Man City game when he was on there, he'd miss a million shots.
But it's even with Koulibaly. Like I think he got a goal his first game, and yeah, I know different position, but still, like
And he's injured all the time.
you're not doing anything different. Like Gallagher's, like
Yeah, Conor Gallagher. Actually, he got a red card, right? That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Koulibaly actually gets injured a lot. It seems like.
he's
Speaking
just
of injuries-
he's another Tierney.
Yeah. So Tierney came on and he was like the only guy with energy on the team when he came
But
on.
when you're not playing for 5-6 weeks, come on now.
yeah,
Of course, just flick him, and he's. Oh, I'm back on the sideline for 3 weeks, coach.
and Thomas Partey's usually like that too. I'm surprised.
Party,
Thomas Partey,
yeah, Party's made of glass as well.
yeah. That's why okay, Partey's been good. Okay, this year. Okay, I'll give him that.
When he's
Well,
healthy, yeah.
If we
We
got rid of him, I wouldn't be upset. If we got
No.
somebody to replace him, though,
So if we had to lose somebody at the window, who would you be least upset to lose out of our line?
Oh, easily Thomas Partey, yeah. If we got somebody to replace him.
Yeah.
Or, well, if we're going to say least, I'd get Rob Holding.
Right. He's still one less too, right? Right.
No, actually, I like Rob Holding. I think he's okay for a squad player, like to come off the bench.
Like
and
depth
play.
wise, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you would have said you would have cared if Nketiah was gone.
Oh, yeah, and Kitty, I forgot. Damn, yes. That's the guy. Yeah,
There you go. I thought you'd be all over that. Nketiah, get rid of Nketiah.
Well, it's like this. Party is like, I like him. He's not the worst, but he's just not the best either. It's just like,
No,
he's okay.
exactly.
But he's a starter, so obviously I wouldn't want to see him go for nothing.
Well, yeah, exactly. He's just he's good for depth or to fill in for as a sub or something like that, but he's not the superstar we thought, or well, Arteta seems to think he was. Like he went on a 2-3 game goal scoring streak after Aubameyang was gone last year.
Yeah.
And then he threw all this money at him at the beginning of the season, like, oh, you're going to be here forever, and yet he's not doing anything. Even Saka, right? Same thing, Saka. Like everyone's like, oh no, we got to re-sign Saka. Why? He's not doing anything.
You don't like Saka. You never
I
liked
don't.
him, man. I like him. I think he's actually, if you look at,
I think he's talented, but he's not meant for our team. Send him to put him on, say, Tottenham, Chelsea, Man U.
I
He'd
think
do
he's
something.
great. I think he's great. He's killing it this year. He's like on par with Foden, and everybody thinks Foden is one of the best.
Yeah, but he's not folding.
He's better than Foden.
Oh my god! You think
Yeah,
everyone
look at
was amazing?
No, I don't. I just told you I don't like Partey and Kedia.
There's no. Yeah, the two that I like. I mean, he's good. I'll give you that. I'm not going to say he's great. I'll give you good.
No, he's great.
I'll meet you halfway. I'll give you
A
good.
little chili bud. The little chili pepper. What are we talking about?
Oh my god!
But But Jesus is actually letting me down a bit. Like
Well,
I
yeah,
get
because
it.
he was our big signing and everything.
Yeah, it's like the hype train at the beginning. He was really good for like the first 2 games, and then it's like, okay, where are you? It's
He
like,
seems
okay,
to be
man, we
showing up
need.
in all our like cup games, or
Yeah, it's like
right.
we need a couple goals right now.
He's
Like
scoring in the
today,
leagues that don't matter.
we
Yeah,
needed a
like he
goal,
should have
and he,
scored it.
yeah, he should have
Yeah.
scored a couple goals. You know?
Oh yeah, there were a lot of missed chances we had today.
Yeah, it's brutal.
We should not have drew that game at all.
No, it was a tough one. It felt like a loss to me. I was so upset when I picked up my wife from work. I was just like, ah, man.
I mean, I'll
And
take the
like,
point, obviously, but losing 2 points is a pain.
especially a
It's,
team
it's like
that we
we're
should have
Chelsea.
beat.
We know how Chelsea fans felt.
Ooh.
We always seem to struggle with Southampton.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. Southampton, we always seem to struggle with them.
Well, hopefully we beat your favorite team
I
next
don't-
week. No,
Forest, is that who we actually have?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's going to be horrible. I don't know what's worse if we lose to them. Yeah, I don't even have anything, and no, that'd just be brutal.
Yeah,
For me,
how-
at least, I don't know what's worse: to see Arsenal lose to them, or that I actually get my first win, or my big win is against Arsenal. I don't know which way I want to cheer. I'll go. I want to draw in that game.
They beat Liverpool too, you know.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
1-0 yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, so they could.
And the sad
Good
thing is,
disadvantage.
there was more than enough time on that game. There were still like 40 minutes left in that. So Liverpool, it was not like a 80th, 90th minute goal. There was more than enough time for Liverpool to score.
And then we played Chelsea after that. So who would you rather lose to?
If I had between these next 2 games,
Yeah.
I'd rather not lose either.
Me neither. I think they're
Right.
both. I think,
They're both these
Like-
winnable games. Not
and they're both
Forest.
must-wins.
Forest is going to be a win no matter what. I don't see them being remotely able to compete with us.
I think we're
Chelsea.
gonna wipe the floor with Chelsea. I think it'll be just like preseason 4-1.
What, in the Orlando Cup?
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be that bad. I'll give you a 3-1, 3-0.
You're like, oh, I'll give him one less goal.
There you go, right? I won't get too crazy here.
And I'll say Saliba will score 3 goals.
Yeah, speaking of which, where's he been?
Yeah, like our whole team is kind of
Gone
Just
quiet.
it's like what happened?
Like, I don't know if they're like, again, it depends, like you said, with all these tournaments and cup games and World Cup coming up. Like, are they not
Tired.
trying as hard or getting tired? Like, they want to rest up because they want to be on World Cup. But why for Arsenal, why would you save your best for the World Cup and not for a title run?
Yeah, and it's like I think they're all just tired, man, because they usually like they
No,
went
you
to
said-
Norway to play, and it's like I don't know. I think they're just tired. They're the only team that
Okay, now you sound like Klopp.
yeah. They're
We played
they-
3 games in 6 days.
Well, I mean, it's true though. Like the only other sport that does it that's like that demanding on your body is hockey.
As far as many games playing, well,
Yeah. Oh, baseball you play.
I was going to say,
you
well,
play-
baseball, you play 162 games.
Yeah, but you're
Back to back.
usually just standing there. Yeah. It's like, dude, okay, I get it. To hit the ball is hard. I'll give you that. That's hard. To pitch is hard, but usually the majority of the day,
You're standing there.
you're just standing there.
Wait,
Or
hit the
sitting
ball
on
to
the
me.
bed.
Or if you're in the outfield and everybody grounds out, it's like,
Dude.
okay, I stood here for 40 minutes doing nothing.
Yeah, if you're on a professional sports team and you can play 2 games in the same day, you know,
Yeah, fair
you know what I
enough.
mean? Yeah.
You're just switching up your pitchers.
Yeah, it's just like okay, like I get it. The only guy that I feel bad for, I think the back catcher is the hardest, and I think the pitcher is hard on your arm.
Well, yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, they'll make them pitch like they'll be like, if someone's starting one game, if they really need you to come back and all right, pitch one more inning for us in this other game, like your arm's shot by then probably.
Yeah, usually like at like 30, those guys' arms are done. No.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you're whipping that ball at 105, 115 miles per hour. Yeah, your arm's shot after like 30. Like there's a reason like by the third, fourth inning, you start to see more people getting like hitting it.
Yeah,
Your
they're
arm,
hey,
like you
buddy.
said, is shot.
Yeah, and it's like Randy Johnson. That guy probably can't even lift his arm past his head now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of them.
It's crazy. Yeah, Nolan Ryan, is that guy even still alive?
No, Ryan fastballs or freaking do his tell him like the one time Johnny Rocker.
Yeah. What do you think about somebody was like, because I'm like, oh, they're talking about Aaron Judge, right? And I'm like, obviously this guy is doing some sort of doping. I heard he's into every party stuff.
Aaron Judge. Oh yeah, he's. I've told Mike this a million times. He's juicing, and Mike doesn't believe he's juicing.
And then somebody said that Babe Ruth probably used to juice back in the day. I'm like,
oh yeah, because they were talking about comparing the home run record before he got the record. Like Judge got the record, right? They're saying that it shouldn't count because he's juicing.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So then, are we going to take away Barry Bonds' record because he's juicing?
Well, I think it's so embedded into the sport that everybody should be able to juice now because it's like they're all doing it. You can't tell me they're not. Most of them are doing it.
Most of them I'd say.
McGuire, Sosa.
Sosa, I still don't know about Sosa because he never got
cork bat.
He had the cork bat, but he never juiced. I don't think he's a juicer, but they say he juiced. But I'm like, he didn't grow to be like this muscle-headed freak like Barry Bonds and McGuire did, right? Like you put your head beside their arm and your head's going to crush. Or Judge, right?
Yeah, how don't people think Judge is juicing?
Yeah, but that's what like that kind of stuff. Like you said, it's just so common in the sport now that every year we're seeing people get suspended for it. And there's like, fair play and sportsmanship, and set the example for kids because it's a youth game, right? Like it's America's pastime. Blah blah blah.
Let's just say this: if you're getting paid the most, and you're on the Yankees, the biggest team, you don't think they have money to hide this stuff?
Oh, absolutely, they do.
It's like until he does something wrong to somebody. And then they come out and they get him
until he snaps because of his roid rage.
Yeah, it's like,
but that's the thing. But like, that's what I mean. Like they're saying, and I said this.
They out?
They're losing their series 3-0 to Houston, and Judge has done nothing. I told Mike that. I said, where's the Yankees been?
Where's the Yankees been?
I think are they playing right now? I think they're playing right now.
They're out today.
Yeah, they're playing their last. Like today, there's game 4, I guess. But Wait 1 second. Yeah, they're
Yankees.
But like they went through, and then they got to Houston, and Houston's just been smacking them around.
Okay,
they play at 7 tonight.
What do you think about basketball? You think that because people don't really like drug test in basketball? Do you think they're all juicing?
No, because I don't think juicing would really give you.
LeBron is juicing.
Even if they're juicing, I don't think it really gives you any advantage. Like there's no you don't go from looking legs, your legs, but still, it's not like you're dropping some friggin' Macho Man elbow on somebody's head and crushing it in.
But you're able to run faster and harder still.
Yeah, but I don't think you need a juice just for that. There's lots of stuff out there you can pass for that.
I don't know. I think LeBron at his age, the way he looks, his body, his physique, is like it's crazy for him not to be juicing.
Yeah,
like it's like dude's old, like for an athlete, and he's still like he looks better than the young guys.
Yeah, but you can say that about Kobe. Kobe looked young too.
I don't know. Kobe.
I don't think juice, but he looked young. Like when I saw him like in his last season or so, I'm like. Not that he looked like young Kobe, but it's not like he looked like some disrupted guy.
LeBron, you can see his veins, like Judge. It's like, dude, if you see veins, I usually say like that guy is on something.
I think
like just walking and you can see your veins popping out like you're flexing the whole time. That's crazy.
I don't think it's made such a big deal because even if it allows a team to put up 140 points because you just have nonstop energy, that's what the fans want. They want to see these
Like-
140 to 120 games. They don't want to see
Yeah, but
85 to 83.
But you don't even hear, like, I don't think they drug test in that sport. And how about hockey?
Mm.
Hockey, like, okay, Olympics maybe.
Yeah,
Because-
the Olympics they do because hence the reason Russia's not welcomed
Yeah.
anywhere.
So I think hockey
But
is
hockey, I
hockey
don't.
is more of a opioid. They're painkiller kind of
That's
sport.
they're more. That's what hockey is. Even football. Football is not huge into juicing. It's the same thing. It's painkillers, and that kind of stuff. Like that seems to be the focus of most of the leagues now. Is like you said,
Magic
opiates.
spray.
Magic sprays, all that kind of stuff, right?
Here, take this.
Take this and you'll be fine. Yeah, right. You're good. Just take it.
Just take it. It won't do anything to you.
You know, the ref says, "What is that?" Just say it's magic spray.
It's magic spray. Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, but you could say that you would think that if, like you said, for basketball, if they're juicing because, you know, they can run up and down the court, no problem. You don't think that could be going on with soccer?
Well, I think soccer, they get drug tested because of the World Cup and everything, the Olympics, like more often. So I don't think I'm sure.
But I'm just saying it's not like you would hear Ronaldo suspended.
I'll say this.
A season for it.
A guy like Adama Traore, that guy could be juicing because he doesn't make any national team.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's people
Some?
in it. Yes.
But it's not going to be like baseball, basketball, where half the league's doing it.
Do you think that juicing actually makes a huge difference where they could be like ultimate out of this world player? Or do you think it just affects some differently?
I think it affects some differently. I don't think everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, if I juice, I'm gonna hit 70 home runs like Barry Bonds." No.
Yeah, like Aaron
I think
Judge. That's why Aaron Judge does have some skill.
Yeah.
But the power to crank him out every time he hits.
Well, that's the thing. Like you to be physically like just normal human being to crack out a home runs. It's 500, 450 yards day in day out. No, there's no way you can do that consistently and not be on some type of enhancing drug.
Yeah,
because your arms are going to get shot. You're just going to tire out to do that every day or every other day to be doing it. And think of the days where they have multi-homer games too, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way somebody can do that.
On the CBS Sports with Thierry Henry and Jamie Carragher and Micah Richards, they asked the girl, the host, she's asked them, "Oh, do you guys think you guys could hit a home run out of the park at Fenway or New York City or Yankees Field?" And Thierry Henry just said straight up, he's like, "No, look how far that is." He's like,
yeah.
He's like, "No."
Like, look at me and look how far that is.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
And then the other guys are like, "Yeah, I could do it." And then Micah Richards actually hit one out.
No, my God.
But he ran the bases holding the bat. Holding the bat. That's funny.
Wow.
Man. I never seen that before.
Just hang on to that bat. I'm keeping this.
He's like, "I forgot to toss the bat. I didn't know you had to."
Oh my God.
But like Thierry Henry's like, "No, look how far that is. Look at me." Like, what do you think?
Yeah, like this is not like you're asking me to hit it into somebody's backyard. This is asking me to hit this across like the city.
Yeah, I don't think it was Boston because the Green Monster. I don't think any of those guys could do it.
Oh God, yeah. If you said hit this over the Green Monster, oh yeah, good luck with that. They just look at you like, I'm not even trying that.
Yeah,
Things like
crazy,
what, 600, 700 feet up in the air.
That's why baseball is like you got to give it props because hitting home runs and pitching that's a hard, and I think bat catching is hard too.
Well, what was it? I can't remember if it was a football or I think it might have even been a baseball game because I think it was in Philly. Like there was some guy like who fell out of the stands trying to catch a. No, he fell out off the escalator.
Damn.
He's just like, I think he was reaching for something. And he just toppled over, and everyone's just like, okay.
See you.
But for baseball, yeah, like even like thinking of the old Sky Dome, right? Like it was you didn't see home runs all the time there. Now you do.
Now it's like that's what I mean. These players have to be doing something
to be able to hitting it, like especially if you're smashing it into a second or third deck in like a Sky Dome. Yeah, you have to be juicing.
Yeah, and it's like I can see guys like Manny Ramirez and stuff like that because they're kind of heavy set.
Yeah,
And
like or who's
what's
the
that guy
pitcher?
from Detroit Tigers?
Who, the big fat guy?
Yeah, like that
Oh,
guy that posed naked. I forget that guy's name,
I
man.
know who you think of.
Oh,
I know
man,
who you
forget that
meant.
guy. But I can see guys like that doing it because they can put all their body weight into it.
Yeah, they're
and
behind
smash
it. Or even who's
Yeah.
the guy, the catcher from the Mets, Mike Piazza, right?
Yeah, like these guys are just freaks.
Johnny Damon, those kind of guys, David Ortiz,
Yeah.
like they're just bulky, like you said. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, those
But
guys are like big.
you get a scrawny guy,
And
like you said.
but that's how Babe Ruth. Think about this, Babe Ruth, and
Was a
think about
big-
how much smaller the fields probably were.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. Babe Ruth was a big
He didn't
monkey.
run. He didn't
No.
run the bases.
No, he had a pinch runner for him because he was just
Yeah.
that fat. They didn't want to have him have a heart attack, probably.
That's what I mean. It's like, but for him to be like an official legend and he didn't even play half. the
Run his
sport,
bases. He's like,
Yeah,
you go
it's
run
like-
for me.
It's crazy to me that just anybody. That's what it. That's where the asterisk is beside top athlete when it's baseball because like do you have to be an athlete for that sport? Nowadays you do probably,
For
but
baseball, I don't think so. No, because it's still.
yeah, if you can smash home runs all day, you can just stand there and smash home runs.
True, but I mean that's what I'm saying. That's your only talent to do. I don't think that makes you a top athlete. It just
Yeah.
means you're good at one thing. What if you can't catch? What if you can't run?
Yeah, imagine in soccer if you could just get a guy to sit on the bench and take free kicks, and that's
Well,
all
that's
he
what I mean.
does.
Like they could Harry Kane, like penalty kicks, right?
No,
or
but just like
tap-ins.
this. Like there's a free kick outside the box, and you can just go, "Hey, buddy, on the bench, come on,
Yeah,
it's your
come here,
time."
do
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, it's like a kicker. Like
Yeah.
it'd kind of be cool because then. But
Well, who is that? I think I
don't
was
know.
looking at Ben. They said there actually is one guy who actually literally in EPL does that. He just comes to do the free kicks.
Yeah, but you can't just bring him off the bench. Is my point, and just put him
No,
back
but
on
they
the
say,
bench.
okay, go back on. Go, okay, you take the kick.
Yeah, it's like okay, yeah, thanks for hitting that home run. See you later. It's like, yeah. It's like because is there you're allowed to do that in baseball where you just have a hitter, a designated hitter?
Yeah.
You know? That's an actual position, no?
Yeah. Well, there you
Yes,
go,
yeah.
right there. They're saying the best free kicker right now is James Madison.
Or Ward Prowse. And
No, they
that's
don't
all
even
he-
have him here. No, top ones they have
crazy.
is Madison. Where are we? Speaking of your buddy there, so top 5 are. Oh, okay, it's free kick scored. So even go top 5 free kick scores are Madison, McAllister, Mount, Tony, and Trippier.
Damn.
But like, if that's all you did was just take the free kick, like you said, and score, okay, go back on
Yeah.
the bench and sit there and relax. Like, no, it doesn't work that way.
It'd be better. But James Madison's actually good though.
Well, so is Mason Mount. Give
Mason-
credit where it's due. We got to let Frank feel he's special today.
No, Mason Mount's okay. I'll take him on Arsenal.
You take Tony too. I know that.
Who?
Tony, Ivan Tony.
Oh, I'd take him, yeah, for sure. Instead of Nketiah.
Yeah, I agree with that trade now. Okay, you take Nketiah and we'll take Tony from you.
Yeah, we'll take Tony.
Yeah. Just put your name there on the paperwork. Fax it
Yeah.
over. We're good.
If we got Ivan Tony in the January transfer window, that'd be.
I think we're going to get
outrageous.
someone big. I just don't think I don't want it to be Tillman. But there's, like you said, Arteta sounds he's in love with him all over again. I don't want him.
Oh, and Tielemans has been playing good, so.
Well, who's the other one that we were after? Tillman and you and me were going back and forth on who. Was it either Tillman or somebody else?
Paquette?
Maybe.
Paqueta? He's on West Ham now, though.
No, I don't think it was that. It was Tillman. Remember, it was 2. It was Tillman. Oh, I can't freaking remember. It was so long ago. It was like September.
And I didn't want him, eh?
Yeah, and you didn't want him.
I know as Paqueta, I was like, nope, not happening. He's not Arsenal quality. I just knew that didn't make sense. Like,
But
what was
it's-
the other guy that was
That we
supposed
wanted?
to come there?
Oh,
that was
from West Ham?
no from frick. He's
Were
from
the-
like Ajax or something.
Oh yeah, I know. Or no,
Yeah.
it was the what would I say? He was German or he was something like that. Remember, he was some funny looking guy.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know about that. Yeah, I was like, I don't think it's a real rumor because
Yeah,
if we got
nobody
it,
had
it'd be
said
weird.
much. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he kind of looked like Haaland, but he
Yeah.
wasn't. But they were calling him like the next Polish, like Messi or something like that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's great. Ukrainian, I think.
Ukrainian
Yeah,
Messi or something like that.
yeah, Mudryk or something. I think his name
Mudryk,
was
yes, that was
Yeah,
his
yeah,
name.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, Mudryk. Yeah, to keep him in the mud, Rick.
There you go,
Yeah.
right? And I bet he's not doing anything right now.
No, and he's not.
Like-
Nobody's saying he's the Messi anymore.
No,
After
exactly.
winning.
It's like okay, you gotten kind of quiet on us now.
Yeah,
Where are you?
Any updates on the Ukrainian Messi? And it's like no, he's been
Yeah,
quiet.
right.
It's crazy, man. I don't. That's what you get with every transfer. Like when transfer window opens in January, how many we're gonna be linked to every single player, and we'll never know who's real. Like when we got Aubameyang, nobody could have predicted that. He just was there. Otso, nobody knew, and all of a sudden we signed Otso, and it's the same with this window. Who did we get again? Jesus. Everybody's like, "What the hell? We got Jesus." That was like a huge shock, and I knew Paqueta. I think Paqueta. I see the Brazilian connection or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just don't think. I don't think it was ever a thing. Still,
No, but it's because like we had Marquinhos.
I think
we had
Tielemans is
Jesus.
a thing.
No, I don't want him.
I think he's a thing because he wants to come, and they've been trying to, but they just don't want to pay for him.
Right?
So like in January, will he come? When he can
Please
just come
don't.
for free? Like
Don't.
it's like I don't think so.
Like, just please don't.
Oh, he's been killing it. He'd be great for a backup.
But I don't want a backup. I want somebody who we can insert now, and that he's new to our line.
Yeah, who are you gonna get rid of? Odegaard? Who are you getting rid of? Party maybe?
I was gonna say Party.
Yeah, like
If we get-
Xhaka's-
if we get-
Xhaka's
if-
staying.
Yeah, but
Nobody-
we could get rid of Party and get Louise.
Yeah. Well, I think Luis would still be backup to Party. I don't think he's.
You don't think we could put Louise over a Party?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know how you don't, because like we said, Party's so fragile.
Yeah, but I think that's why Luis would be on backup until Party gets injured.
I'd rather.
And then when Party comes back for 2 games, he'd
James, right? You play your 2 games, and don't worry, Louise, you'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah. He's like, don't worry, this guy will get injured again. Like that's
You just take a break for 2 weeks, and you'll be good.
Damn. Yeah, so the EPL is shaping up to be a good season, I guess. It's, unpredictable.
Overall, it's going to be interesting. I think, especially like we said, after World Cup in the window, we'll really start to see who. Well, like we said, after World Cup or once World Cup hits, we don't play again until Boxing Day.
Like I'll say this, I don't want to see him get injured, Holland, but I want to see how Manchester City would be without him.
So don't pull Ericsson, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Don't go and break your leg or something crazy, but like miss 3 weeks. Yeah,
and see how you do.
Well,
do that in the freaking COVID. Well, isn't that what they're saying? Like playing in Qatar, like it gets really, really stupid hot or cold or something, and they're worried about the players like not being able to play in it.
Yeah, they have everything's air conditioned everywhere. You're not allowed to. You're not even allowed to like hold your girlfriend's hand in public. You're not allowed to drink. You're not allowed to do anything there.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like to me, it's like why would you put the biggest?
That's what I was going to say. So why would we put the World Cup there?
It's obviously for money, and it's like a scam.
But even then, just why? Like if that's your thing, that if you're holding your girlfriend's hand, and
Dude,
I'm not
it's
saying
like
that you chop your hand off.
It's the World Cup. You can literally put it in any country, and they'll pay the same.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't. Maybe we don't know how much money they're giving. So.
Yeah, but even still, like what next World Cup? What is here, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like
Yeah,
it's
in Canada, Mexico, and USA.
Yeah, like for us, I think it's two or three games in Vancouver and 2 or 3 games in Toronto.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know how frigging nuts Toronto is going to be on those days.
Oh
Like
man,
it's going to be like absolute chaos.
especially because people don't understand. Like Canada is like so multicultural that it's like James Street shuts down when Brazil or Italy or Portugal. You know,
Well,
like
not only that, but if this Canadian team, like we said, like let's be realistic, we're not getting out of the knockout round probably unless something like Belgium completely falls apart.
oh
But
yeah,
like
Croatia's too old. And
or something like that,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
but let's just say hypothetically, if we got out and then we lose in the knockout round, you know how stoked our country's going to be for the next World Cup.
Just imagine this: our first goal ever in a World Cup. If they score one goal, the whole country is gonna go nuts. That's it.
And then they're going to pull an
Canada's
Arsenal.
never scored. Yeah,
Yes, with a pull an Arsenal. Okay, we're done.
we're done. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
We
their
don't-
World Cup. Like think about this: if whoever scores on Canada, if they score one goal, they're gonna be the only guy to ever score for Canada, and it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. That guy won a trophy.
There you go. He's like, you'll always be remembered on this day.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy though to think like it'd be crazy.
Like
I'll be hyped. I'll be
Yeah.
hyped up if they score or win.
I remember like even playing like I think back to it like when I was like a kid, right, or even like a preteen,
Yeah.
like playing like the little Nintendo soccer games and like Canada ratings would be like 33 overall. And now you look now, we're probably like 80, 85 overall.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, okay, it only took us 30 years almost, but we're there finally.
Oh man, I can't believe the confidence that Canada has in this World Cup.
I mean, we think we're like the confidence we have. It's like you think we actually are going to contend, but if we play somebody like Germany or friggin' Brazil or
yeah, or
we're gonna-
Argentina, or whoever.
we're gonna get blown out. Like it'd be 8-0. It'd be like that England-Germany game a few years ago.
It'll be like that's why I don't.
It's
I
a big
think
bloodshed.
Morocco. I think Morocco is even a good team. I think Canadians got to realize Morocco is good. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
not
think
gonna
they
be
just
easy
go,
against
that's
them.
Morocco. They don't do anything there.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's like, come on.
That's
like,
all they do is play soccer.
Yeah.
Like,
It's gonna be eye opening. I think it'll be eye opening for a lot of people.
I just know
got into
that
soccer.
when Croatia and Canada play, and I see on the next podcast, and you got 2 black eyes. I know why.
It's like, oh man, it's gonna be a conundrum over here because I'm gonna
You'll be watching Argentinian games and Croatia games, Canada games.
And oh man, it was so close to have Canada, Croatia, and Argentina all in the same group.
Oh god, if that was
so close.
in your group, I would have
Yeah,
laughed. I'm like, Joe's got no place to live. He's living somewhere else for a month.
Oh man, it's gonna be. I can't wait honestly, but it's like this is how I feel. Once your team's out, if you don't have a team in the World Cup, it's like you know what I mean? Especially because it's country, so you can't just go for another country.
No, exactly.
It's like it's done for me. The tournament. That's
Yeah.
how I feel. But I'll watch the final, obviously. The final, and
It's not like you get, okay, I got knocked out. Now I'm Germany fan, and they got knocked out,
Yeah.
and now I'm a Netherlands fan. Yeah, no,
yeah, you can't be
bounce
doing
around.
that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like pick
you know?
a country and stick with it.
Yeah, it's like, what country are you from? And that's all you get.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get to pick your nationality here.
Yeah. It's like, well, I like Ronaldo, so I'm Portuguese today. It's like,
Yeah, right. Okay, what was it tomorrow? You're France. Next.
Oh, dude, it's crazy how many English people and German people come out of Canada, and Italian and Portuguese. It's like,
Oh yeah. Well, that's
like
what I'm
you
saying. Like Portugal, like little Portugal,
Yeah.
like in Toronto, is going to be like just losing their crap.
but it's like your buddy down the street. He never talked about being English or German before.
Yeah,
All
just
of a sudden,
now.
he's English and German. You're like,
Yeah, he's like, yeah, this is my background. Didn't you know?
yeah, it's like, how?
Wow, you don't have an accent. You never mentioned it, but in the World Cup's here now. I'm that.
Yeah, he's like, well, they're doing good this year, so I'm gonna pick a team.
There you go.
Ah, damn, it's funny though. The World Cup is funny for people like that because they like I like it because they go for every team and they watch the games and they get into it. But at the same time, they couldn't name one player on
No.
the team that they're going for.
No, exactly. It's like you're
Yeah.
watching the finals with me now. Okay, who's that player?
Yeah, it was
like,
like,
oh, they'll be like, it's Ronaldo. It'll be like he's black.
oh, dude, I had these Indian friends I used to play soccer with. They're like East Indian.
Yeah.
And I go to this Argentina bar because Argentina versus Croatia. They're wearing Argentina jerseys. I'm like, you guys are not from Argentina. Like, what are you guys doing?
They're blending in
And
with you.
they're like, well, we want to be a part of it. I was like, what the hell? So you're gonna go? And then Croatia won, so I obviously, you suck, Argentina. In their
This is what you
face.
get for being Argentinian.
Yeah. It was so funny. I was like, what the hell? You guys think you're from Argentina now?
Oh, God. It's one of
funny,
those,
though.
right?
Oh man, the World Cup is funny like that. That's for sure. So how about your Stars?
What about my Stars? You don't make fun of my Stars.
They're undefeated basically, except for the overtime loss.
Yeah, we're not going into that.
How about the Blues? The Blues are undefeated.
Are the Blues undefeated?
Yeah, they only played 3 games though.
Well, catch up. It's time for you guys to catch up.
Catch up. They need a little bit more mustard, eh?
Well, friggin', what was it like? Hang on, let me go here. Well, yeah. No. Where do you see the Blues? Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, 3-0. Okay.
Yeah. Where you see the Blues, you're about to get.
Yeah.
Like, what do you
all
mean?
triggered everything. Not only that, but what about friggin' Philly? Philly's 4-1.
That's crazy. Philly. Flames too. Flames are doing better, eh?
Well,
But the Panthers
friggin'
are-
Vancouver's winless.
Yeah, and they lost.
Yeah.
They blew it. Every game was a lead. They were
Yeah,
leading.
every game they've had has been a lead. Like they're 31st out of 32 games.
Did they take over for the Leafs?
Right? But even the
It's
Leafs, like I said, I told my one friend, she's like, oh, she was a huge Toronto fan, so she was bragging obviously when we lost to you guys. But
Yeah.
I'm like, but you lost to Arizona and you lost your opening night game to Montreal.
Yeah.
Like, how do you lose to those two teams?
4-2. What's that? That's
Like, yeah, you've won
4-2.
four other games, but even 4-2, and you're already in 8th place. Like, that just shows you, like, it's going to be a season where you need to win almost every game to make a playoff.
well, like I said before, the East is like before it used to be the West with Detroit and everybody, but now it's the East that's the harder. Like you got look at all these teams here.
But not only that,
But
but
look at the Sabres. Like the Sabres are second in the division. It's crazy.
well, I just want to say one thing mainly that I've been waiting to say for you.
What?
Where's Ovechkin?
Oh my God, the guy is done, eh?
Where's Ovechkin there,
Yeah,
And
I tell you
the
this.
kid's still getting points.
I love Ovechkin and Ronaldo. What happened to these guys? Yeah, what happened?
Like,
He
everyone's
hasn't
saying
got
that
a goal yet, has he?
No. Maybe one if he's lucky. I just actually had his stats up. What's he got? No, he's got 2 goals. He's got
he's
5
got 2
points.
goals. Yeah, it's
But
not
he's
bad.
got 2 goals, and Crosby's got. What's Crosby got? Because I know I love harping you about Crosby being better.
No, Crosby's team's first place, I think. No,
Second behind Boston.
Second.
Crosby got 2 goals as well, but he's got more assists as well. He's got 7, so he's got 2-point lead over Ovechkin right now.
yeah, they're both doing okay.
Sid the kid's still better though
It's
overall.
no, it's only like Ovechkin has so much. Everybody expected more, you know. So when he's playing like an average, everybody's like, "Whoa."
Well, you think about it, the pace he's going, like it was in the group today. Like they said, like with no Backstrom, he doesn't score.
Oh yeah, the one guy, Mike, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's not true at all. He has 2 goals.
Yeah, he's got a friggin',
He has
and
2
he
goals.
still has,
He's only got 4 games.
and he's got Kuznetsov, right? So like he's still
Kuznetsov.
got, he's got like a whole bunch of help still. Isn't Oshie still there? Or Oshie?
Yeah, he's second line though. These guys.
Yeah, like they're still there. Like the talent is still there, and they still mix up the lines. So
It's
it's
the
not like he's
NHL.
not. It's not like
It's
he's
the
playing by
NHL.
himself.
It's the NHL. They all have guys, especially a team like Pittsburgh. They have number 1 draft pick after number 1 draft pick.
Whatever. But but still, you just give Crosby his credit.
I mean, I'd rather take goals any day.
Yeah, he's got goals. He's got same as Ovechkin, so he must be better.
Yeah, what do you get when you got a Crosby and Ovechkin?
What?
One Gretzky. That's what they tell me.
Oh my god!
It's true though, man. Both of them together equal
Yep.
Gretzky. It's crazy.
Well, everyone keeps going that Ovechkin's going to break the record. Like,
Yeah.
even if he hits 50 goals, he still has to hit 50 goals at minimum next season.
All he has to do is get
He's, I think, what,
30
100
goals
and...
this year. 30
No, he's
goals
got to get
next
more
year.
than... No, he's still 115 away. He's got to get...
Listen, no, 30
Yeah.
goals this year, 30 goals next year. He'll play till he's 40 probably. It's a different game now. And
Okay, so that's...
he's still sitting under what 200 games less than Gretzky played. So
Let's see. Gretzky. No, I think he's got to pick up his pace sooner than later. Gretzky.
no, I think if he does it in 3 seasons, he'll do it. Played less games, I think. I forget what it is now. I read it. It was like
So Gretzky played in... What is it? So Gretzky played in 1,487.
yeah.
Ovechkin. We remember
So
that 1,400 and whatever it was. Ovechkin.
1,200 probably.
Ovechkin. He's played in
1,200 and something, I think.
there we go. 1,274, and that was as of I think this year. So yeah, probably. So let's just say right now that through October 11th. So they played, maybe add 2 games onto that roughly.
Yeah.
But still 1,275, something like that. So he's still about 400 games
Yeah,
or
so if he scores if he scores those games, he scores 40% of those games that are remaining until he gets that Gretzky's number. He would have did it in less games.
Well, that's what they're
did.
saying, that like he break Gretzky's mark at a
And
faster pace.
Let's just say this: Ovechkin went through 1 lockout and a COVID, so he missed.
Yeah, but the
a couple
seasons. Gretzky played what on 1 or 2 seasons that were shortened, didn't he? Or he missed half seasons.
One season in lockout was 94, but 2 seasons were cut short for COVID for Ovechkin.
Yeah,
and then
the
and then
COVID year.
he went through a lockout in 2000.
Didn't he get he got COVID too? Didn't he?
Yeah, so he had 3 lockouts essentially. We'll call it COVID lockout too, but
yeah, but even still, like I just don't see him doing it.
it's no excuse. I don't. I remember I was gung ho about it, but I think it'll be closer than I thought. No,
I don't think he hits it. I think he falls like maybe 20, 25 short.
I just don't want him to be Emmett Smith and crawl in the league until he breaks the record.
Yeah, where he's barely. You don't want him pulling Mario Lemieux where he keeps playing just to make money or whatever.
Emmett Smith plays for Arizona just to
break the record.
You know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that kind of stuff.
No, it's like you finish short of it, so be it. Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like absolutely. Like, if Ovechkin does, I say by Christmas he's got to at least be.
Well, let's just say
15
this:
goals.
if it was Jaromir Jagr, he still played for a long till he's like over 40.
Yeah,
and he beat it, but he just likes playing. He's still like it's hard to hold it against the Jaromir Jagr because he's still like a fan favorite kind of.
Yeah, Jagr, Fedorov, any of those guys. Who's the one from? It goes on about.
But it's like Ovechkin. It's like Ronaldo. When you see a guy like Ovechkin, if he's struggling, it's kind of like, oh man, just kind of hang up the boots and you had a good career, man. Don't go to average. Just stay great.
Yeah.
Don't go to average. You know.
I thought you said don't go to Everton.
Right.
Ronaldo, don't go to Everton. You know,
Go to
you want to play, but don't go there.
Yeah, you too, Ovechkin. Don't go there.
Right? Stay out of Europe for now.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't want to see him Emmett Smith it and crawl to the finish line, but it's how
but I think he'd do it because he wants to. He's still. I think the whole Sid and him comparison eats away at him. I think he still is like everyone still says, "Oh, Crosby or Ovechkin, Crosby or Ovechkin, Crosby or Ovechkin."
I think him winning the cup helped him out a lot with that.
Crosby
think
won
he
the
did.
cup.
Yeah, and I know, but I think because the only thing that people held over Ovechkin was that he didn't win the cup. Now they're like, oh, looking for other things like you.
What? It's like me. Crosby's won more cups.
Yeah, it's like, well, he won one, two more, or one more, or whatever it is. It's like, no, he still. It's like you can't call him not great because he won a cup. You know, he's obviously great. He's obviously
I won't
great.
put him as great. I'll put him as good. I'll put Sidney as
That's
great
crazy.
before
That's
Ovechkin.
crazy. A guy that scores the most goals in modern day is not great. That's crazy.
Because
That's
look at the
crazy.
talent he had around him.
Look at the talent. What are you talking about, man?
He had Oshie when Oshie was good.
Oh my god. No, Oshie wasn't good before he came to freaking Washington. What are you talking about?
He was good in St. Louis. He was good in St. Louis. Oh,
he's washed. And Ovechkin revived him.
No, you know what it is? Washington chose to get rid of both their goalies this year. That's a problem. That team can't stop a puck. They're playing like Toronto. They can't stop a puck. They can't score. They can't play defense.
Washington's goalie. Samsonov is good.
Because on Toronto, now he's good.
He's been pretty good for the Leafs.
And then why didn't Washington keep him?
Because injuries, and I thought he wasn't going to be good. But
and even the guy behind him, Vita Vanek or Vanacek, whatever, the other one,
I don't know.
got rid of both of them. They got rid of both their goalies this season.
Yeah, but they also picked up what's that guy they picked
Darcy
up before?
Cooper from Colorado.
Yeah, it's like that's a GM's fault. That's crazy to me. Why would you pick up? I don't know. It's like it's just like the Leafs though. Why would you pick up Matt Murray? The guy obviously is going to get injured.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. When he got hurt, I love that only because I have Samsonov on my fantasy team. I'm like, okay, I'm getting like 80 starts out of Samsonov here. I'm like, that only took one game.
Yeah, it's
and then he goes on long-term injuries reserve. I'm like, what do you do? And they're like, he just pulled his groin. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Pools, you got to pick Mitch Marner all the time if you got it.
Oh yeah, I grabbed him no problem. Like, actually, I'm in the keeper. Like, I made sure I kept him. I'm like, yep, Marner's staying on mine, and he's doing better than half that players. Like after Matthews, he's your next best player.
Yeah,
like Nylander's scoring and getting points, but everyone's going on. Again, we got to keep trade Tavares, and then you got some people are like, no, he's having a great year.
Dude, I think when Tavares starts going,
I don't see how you keep Tavares all this season.
I think they should have forced him to waive his no trade, 100%.
Like,
just say, dude, listen,
again, it's like even like,
or terminate the contract and redo it so Tavares? You don't get paid that much. Yeah,
kind of be like, okay, if you don't waive it, then you're a fourth liner or something like that, right?
Yeah, or you're just not playing. You're gonna go on the IR,
you'll just be a healthy scratch or whatever.
Yeah, or they could just like you said, you can just waive them, and whoever picks them up picks them up. You can do that? No.
Yeah, you can put up players on waivers all you want. You just take the chance of. Yeah, because depending on how your contract is, if it's a one-way or two-way, can go down there and stay down there.
Be so bad.
If it was Tavares,
it's hard to say because
I think because
you don't get anything in return.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the only thing about waivers. If you get nothing in return, and obviously half the league would probably jump on that.
And especially except for you get a huge cap space after.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you have no cap space, I don't think. Well, no, you do now because you put Murray on.
Yeah.
Murray on the long term. So I think you gain 40 in cap space for now.
Yeah. And plus,
when he's ready to come back, now you got to cut someone.
Yeah, we still have what?
Yeah,
Kerfoot
but again.
And Yarncrook or whatever. Yarncrook?
Yeah. But that's the thing. But even still, when they come off the waiver, now you got to cut them. So again, are you going to cut those players, or are you going to get rid of Tavares? Like, someone's got to go.
If I would have forced him, I would have had to sit down with Johnny Boy. I would have said, "Buddy, listen,
you're not producing. Get out."
Yeah, I'd be like, I don't know if you want to terminate your contract or redo it. That's an option if you want to make $5 million a year instead of like 9 or whatever, 10, whatever you're making. It's like that's cool, or we just terminate your contract, or you're just not playing. You're on the injured reserve.
Yeah,
that's what I would say. And it's like whatever he wants to do. If he wants to be a team player, he can go down to $5 million, $4 million. You know, I don't know. It's like sometimes you got to look at the guy like John Tavares. You're old. Do you want to win it with your hometown, or do you want to be a hindrance to the team and ruin the chances of even competing for a cup? Like you could get a whole another player for that for half of John's wages. I think. I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. Like,
Yeah. But
it's
then
like
you'd have
which
to
way,
trade
which
people.
way do you want to do this?
Like they could have fit Pat Kane on there if somebody took like I don't know. It's hard because hockey's different from like other sports with the contracts. They don't make enough to budge, and they probably feel like they should be making more. Most of them, right?
Well, most of them feel that way, at least. Like,
Yeah.
like I should make this X amount of money, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
why am I not making more? Like,
Yeah, especially when you're looking at basketball and baseball wages, you're like, what?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
like we talked about that before. Like we said, like basketball contracts. When you see like I guess they call them the Mega Max deals or whatever,
Yeah.
and like $4 million for like 150 million, and you play like I don't know what is it, 82 games. Like, who needs that much money? And then you look
It's
at
crazy.
hockey or even use football or any of
Baseball.
those.
What's that guy's name? Derek Jeter. He
Yeah,
made
like,
more than the whole Florida Marlins team, and they won.
well, yeah, exactly, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Or like A-Rod, you got what 10 years for 252 million, like stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like you look at it like why do you need that kind of money? And
It's crazy.
it's like you said, that's some team's entire payroll.
Yeah, it's like more. Like one player is more than a whole team.
Than an
It's
entire
crazy.
other team's like roster, yeah. And it's like,
It's crazy.
and then they're like, oh yeah, and you're still not at the like salary cap floor. Like you need to spend another 400 million to get there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But like basketball, like I've been watching it because like regular season's starting up, right? Like,
Yeah, the
and I look
Raptors,
at some of these games, and I'm like watching these players. And I'm like, okay, like then they show like sometimes they show them obviously what they make, right? And like even the people on the bench are making like 45 million just to sit there.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, why? Like, why do you need to pay someone 45 million just to sit on the bench? I'm not going to complain if someone said you sit on 4 or 5 months for
If they offer,
5 million.
that's why it's not the player's fault because they get offered that. It's like if you're gonna get offered 50, you're not gonna be like, oh no,
Yeah, I want to play. Yeah, obviously, everyone wants to play, but you're not going to be playing over LeBron James or something.
Yeah, you're like 50 mil. I'll sit here. Yes.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, absolutely, I'm not here.
Yeah. Oh, but it's like how many people would play for free on teams?
Oh yeah, even now,
Just to
like
get a
that's the
shot?
thing. If somebody came up to me like, even for here, right? Oh, Tiger Cats are having trial. You want to play for Tiger Cats for free? Sure, whatever.
Yeah, like one game. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
even care if I get my head taken off.
Right? I'll just say I was on the Tiger Cats.
Yeah.
Back in the day, to be crazy grandpa telling a story back then.
Yeah.
Back in
Oh,
my
man.
day.
Dude, sometimes I think about like crazy things to get on the team,
Exactly.
And-
Like, come on.
yeah, it's crazy. Oh man, I'm already like trying to sign my kid up to like soccer clubs,
You gonna be the next Messi?
Yeah, it has to be Messi and Modric.
I was just about to say Modric. Yeah,
Messi, Modric, and Alfonso
Just-
Davies.
just don't let him be the next Enkedia.
Yeah.
Take a swing at the ball and go face down.
How about Theo Walcott played? Eh?
Oh God, Walcott. I could have, would have, should have.
Yeah, that guy had disappointing. Really disappointing.
We've had a lot of players lately who've kind of not panned out. Like, who was another one? Like, well, we said like Wilshire, like good player, yes. Just unfortunately, obviously,
Chamberlain, Oxlade Chamberlain.
Well, where is he now?
He's at Liverpool.
He either got carded or did something in the game. I think he got carded. I'm like, why does that name sound so familiar? I'm like, oh God, it's him.
No, he's injured. That guy. I think he's long-term injury. I think he's like almost.
Is
dead.
he? Oh, I
Yeah.
swear he was in the thing yesterday.
Oxlade Chamberlain? Yeah. I think
Yeah,
he's
no,
done. Maybe he could be
Yeah.
back. I don't know.
I was gonna say he must have been back yesterday. And, Oops,
Damn,
why did I
man.
click on Manchester?
Manchester. Yeah, I think Liverpool. I think he's done.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah, he is because
He's
he came
back?
on. Yeah. Oh, he just
Damn.
came on for sub. He's subbing for Firmino.
Damn, yeah. Well,
But yeah, he's
good
back.
thing he's back. Is he back just for
Well,
one game?
he's not. It's not like it helped him anymore.
No, they still lost, I think.
Right. But him,
Yeah.
friggin' Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
One name that always sticks out like a thorn to me.
Yeah. Yeah, Ashley Cole, Van Persie. Oh, there's sometimes
Van Persie, I don't hold too bad because he played for us. Like he actually wanted to play. Ashley Cole, I found was always about the money.
Yeah.
Like you said, like he was like, it's been a dream of me to play for Arsenal. You get signed by your home, like your childhood team, and then you fuck off to Chelsea.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah.
It's like, why would you do that? Of all things, like, that's the one thing you don't do is go sign with your team's rival.
I know that's the
Like
worst.
that's the most disrespect to do to
Or
a team.
Eddie Bayor.
Yeah.
Eddie Bayor did that too. Yeah, with us, but he went to Tottenham.
Yeah, like why? Like if it, like well, it's like Mike. Like Mike was going, oh, we got a Aubameyang. Like yeah, okay, but I don't classify it as a Aubameyang as like a Van Persie or a Ashley
No.
Cole. Like it didn't sting as much
No,
because he went to Barcelona first. It's like okay,
And-
fine. Well, I can't
no, and
control him.
and the team kicked him out.
Yeah.
So it's not if he wants to stay, he can't do anything. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's not like he's like I've had enough of Arteta. I don't want to be here anymore. Like the team's the one
No,
who said,
Arteta-
okay, you're gone.
Arteta did that to him. He's keeping a little black book full of secrets.
Same as Otsil, right?
Yeah.
Like, remember,
crazy.
remember when everyone was nuts that we got him? Like I was huge when I found out we got him because that's when we signed him when he was young and good from Germany,
He was
right?
great. He was great for a couple of years, like 3
Yep.
years, 4 years.
Yeah, he was scoring like him, Aubameyang, and Lacazette. Like
Yeah,
those, that was our
Sanchez,
team,
too.
and Sanchez. Yeah, like
Yes.
that was our team, and then it just
Yeah,
all
him and
fell apart.
Sanchez were the better ones. Then when Aubameyang and Lacazette came in, it was a little bit at the end.
So I gotta ask you, why is Greenwood not been let go of that team yet?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, that just shows you that. Remember, I said that before. The whole divided change room because half of them are with Greenwood and half of them aren't. I still believe that's a thing there. Like all the young guys, they support Greenwood because they're his friend. I don't know. It's
Well,
crazy.
didn't Rashford did something too, didn't he? Right?
What did what?
Didn't he get himself into shit too?
No, Rashford is like a humanitarian kind of guy. He's been feeding sick children and stuff.
Meanwhile, here I'm thinking he's a woman beater.
It's like, yeah. It's like no, Rashford's like he's been feeding poor kids and everything.
He feeds them and then punches them in the back. He takes it away.
This guy's like, oh, what kid did he beat up? I'm like, no,
Yeah, I swear he beat up a kid. Give me that porridge back.
Yeah, that kid, he's doing actually big things for everybody. But like
That's good.
Jesse Lingard, those kind of guys. But
Well, yeah,
Lingard's
or who's the one who kicked the cat?
Kurt Zuma.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Like even Zuma, I haven't heard. Like they haven't got rid of him. Like they keep him, and I'm like,
No, they just find him. It's crazy.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm like, okay, you find them, 25, 30, 50, whatever. But
If that was the NFL,
that's what I'm saying. You're cutting, suspending them. They're blacklisted.
yeah, it's
Like
crazy.
look at Colin Kaepernick, right? Blacklisted for taking a knee of all things.
Yeah, it's crazy for standing up I don't
For
know,
something
it's-
like that. But you
yeah.
kick a cat, or you punch a woman in the
Beat a
face and
woman.
you get a slap on the hand, and be like, okay, that's $20,000, and that's it. You can keep playing.
It's crazy, man. They don't cancel him like Kanye.
No, yeah, yeah, right.
Damn, it's crazy. man. I don't know, but I gotta go because
It's fucking
midnight.
almost midnight for you over there.
Yeah, midnight, and we gotta wake up. I gotta go to the police station tomorrow and deal with the papers. Non-stop paperwork here, man. Just to
Jeez.
stay in the country.
I was just about to say you didn't do anything you weren't supposed to, did you? Turn yourself in.
No, you gotta do all the paperwork for citizenship and.
We're talking
permits and
about
stuff.
like
Yeah,
we're talking about Greenwood and Zuma and all that, and they're like, I gotta go to the police station in the
It's
morning.
like, oh, it's funny about that.
Yeah, right. I won't be here next week. I'll be in jail somewhere.
Yeah, but don't listen to the rumors.
Right? See it in the in the news tomorrow morning. Podcast
This-
Canadian is in jail.
Bunjo has been caught with Mason Greenwood again.
Right. He pulling what's her face, Brittany Grimer.
Yeah.
You're like, I ain't bailing you out. You stay over there.
Smuggling weed everywhere.
We'll be like, Mike, what'd you smuggle over to him?
Damn, yeah, but that's it. I gotta take a pee and everything. And that's
Thank you
it.
for
Thanks
sharing
for
that.